How can I explain? After travelling for God knows how long, I've arrived at H.G. Matthews Brickworks in Chesham.
Position it on the board, turn it over, then lift the mould off straight, and then you have the 4 Moo bricks.
4 Moo bricks.
4 Moo bricks.
And then the hole?
I think it's to put ashes in, isn't it?
It's to put a dead person's ashes in?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So every single one of these bricks will...
We'll have ashes in, and they'll be built into a pyramid, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pyramid of Moo.
Or the People's Pyramid?
The People's Pyramid.
Power to the People's Pyramid! Power to the People's Pyramid! Power to the People's Pyramid!
The most important thing for anyone to realize is that you and every person you see will soon be dead. You've got a great chance right now before it happens to let go of everything, because you know it's going to go.
The KLF, also known as the Justified Ancients of Moo, also known as the Jams. They go by lots of other names too, but it's not my specialist subject.
2 minutes. The band, the KLF, was founded in the 1980s by Bill Drummond and Jimmy Corti.
Basically, they had lots of hit pop records at the beginning of the 90s, and they did some fairly eccentric stuff.
They apparently burned £1 million in £50 notes in August 1994 as an art project on which Scottish island?
Jura.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. But this is something else. A pyramid built in Toxteth, Liverpool, out of bricks containing the cremated remains of just under 35,000 dead people.
Let yourself go.
It's not the easiest thing to get your head around. I mean, take your average taxi driver, for example. The People's Pyramid.
If I go online, then I can easily have a read about.
Oh, what do you even say?
Yeah, it's bricks of MONOMORTE. What's that?
We seriously need an entirely new approach to death.
Mumification is having 23 grams of your cremated remains fired into a brick of moo after you die. The brick of moo is then used to build the People's Pyramid.
The People's Pyramid is a solid brick pyramid made from bricks of moo. It will require 34,592 bricks of moo to be built.
Where will the People's Pyramid be built?
In Toxteth.
How can I get mumification?
You can register for mumification with a merchant of death, then follow the procedure for mumification.
Where can I find a merchant of death?
The only merchants of death entrusted to register people for mumification are the L13 Light Industrial Workshop, merchants of death to the Jams.
So I've popped along to the L13 Light Industrial Workshop in East London to meet the merchants of death.
Registering for mumification costs £99. For your £99, you will receive a brick of moo, a certificate of mumification, and a place for your brick in the People's Pyramid for as long as the pyramid stands. And then it says, get mumification.
Yeah. Are you going to get mumification?
I've already got mumification.
Okay. Or you've signed up for it?
I've signed up, yes.
Right, okay. Sell it to me. Why should I get mumified?
Ooh, that's difficult because we're not hard sellers.
What's in it for me?
Well, you will become part of I'm struggling here. What is in it for? What is in it for people? See, I'd say you get a brick.
How's the banner going, Jimmy?
It's going well.
Jimmy Corti from the KLF or Jams, etc., is making a banner at the back of the workshop.
Yeah, so everything's just glued together with bits of gaffer tape and...
It says Toxteth Day of the Dead in black lettering against a fluorescent green background.
So the idea is that it's, utilitarian, thrown together, that kind of look.
High vis.
High vis.
So that this will be paraded through Toxteth, I guess?
Yeah.
Badger, badger, badger! Go, go, go!
Held annually on the 23rd of November in one of the most deprived areas of inner city Liverpool, Toxteth Day of the Dead is now in its second year. But I'll come back to that. Is Toxteth nice?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no vegetable shops there, though. So if you want to eat vegetables, take them. And there's no support from the government, so everything is self-help. If you want to do something there, you've got to do it yourself or organise it, because nobody from the outside is going to come and do it for you. So,
except if it's Toxteth Day of the Dead.
Apart from that.
Yeah, we are Calendar from Calendar, Courtier and Drummond, undertakers to the underworld, and we've come to Toxteth to build a pyramid. Thank you.
For their pyramid scheme, Courtier and Drummond have teamed up with natural death undertakers Claire and Rupert Calendar, whose Devon-based funeral company offers an ecological alternative to traditional funerals.
Are we starting to feel the power of the People's Pyramid? I think we are.
On the eve of the 2019 Toxteth Day of the Dead, Claire and Rupert are hosting a night of remembrance for the people who've left us this year to join the pyramid.
We laid one last year, and we have 8 to lay this year. It's going to take a while. We're going to be dead by the time it is finished. The idea is to create...
Tonight's event is being held in the Florrie, a community hall on the edge of Toxteth, where families and friends of the mummified have gathered to talk about their loved ones.
So the first person we're going to talk about, his name is Steve-O Pilcher. And here to talk about him are his wife, Stacey, and her new partner, Matt.
Oh, God. I'm Stacey, and this is Matt.
We've come from Stourbridge today to put Steve into the People's Pyramid. We've put 23 grams of his ashes into a brick.
We weighed him out with the kitchen scales and sent him off, as you do.
I went and did an art degree down south, and yeah, we fell in love, and yeah, it's a really...
I didn't want to just bury him. Half of him has gone with his mum and dad anyway. The other half I got to keep in terms of the ashes, and I thought, I don't want a stone, I don't want to be boring. He wouldn't want to be boring. We don't want a final resting place in somewhere he has no connection with. It's a very old system, isn't it?
It's not all that extreme. We're conditioned to think this is different and odd and other, but it isn't.
Take me to the church of the KLF. Take me to the church of the KLF.
And so begins an informal, warm, often very moving, strangely entertaining evening of remembrance.
I sent his ashes a year ago, and I believe they were in a sock drawer for about a year before they got put into the brick, which he would have loved. He would have loved.
My father was an unusual character. He came to Britain in 68, we think. I'm not sure, it might be 69.
I think this is the first brick from Slovakia, and we are like few friends who did it for our friend Michael.
And it's like a bit of a church for us, because this is the funeral for my father.
He's taught me to listen. I hear you. I hear you. I miss you.
Each speech is made in front of an illuminated, shrine-like gazebo, under which sits a 3-foot square, solid sandstone block. This is the foundation stone for the People's Pyramid, on which so far a single brick has been laid.
First thing, I don't know whether you can see, but this is Simon's logo, which is a pyramid.
The first brick holds the ashes of Jimmy Cotty's brother, Simon, who died in 2016 and was laid into the foundation stone last year.
When he died, that was the kind of trigger for me and Bill to start talking about pyramids and death. And so really, you know, I think if it wasn't for Simon, maybe we wouldn't all be here. And hello, can you hear me? Okay, so that's it. So Simon's the first brick.
Welcome everyone, one and all, to this year's Toxteth Day of the Dead. Oh!
We're back at the Florrie the next morning, where a large crowd is busily preparing for the main event.
Take these. Yeah. Attach them at strategic points throughout the journey. Will do. It's a simple job. It's easy. I can manage it. But when it's got deep complexity.
Members of Community Collective, the Liverpool Arts Lab, make sure we all have a role to play in what's coming.
Okay, jobs are marshal, wivvy bearer, water carrier, banner bearer. If you need a job and you haven't got one, please see Vicky.
I luck out with my job.
Turd polisher?
Yeah, that is literal. A bag of glitter, and any turd you see, you sprinkle some glitter on it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Songbook.
Songbook?
Apparently, I don't know what any of it's for, but...
As well as a songbook, we get wildflower seeds.
Urban cracks and pavements and make new little meadows.
And an illustrated map of the Toxteth area.
Right, let's get it in. Is it heavy?
I find Bill Drummond from the KLF or the Jams, etc., loading some sort of gong made out of a car wheel into the back of the ice cream van. Did I mention the ice cream van? There's a coffin in the back. And on the front it says Moo Moo Land. Pretty extraordinary looking thing, actually. So I try to blag a lift.
And there isn't really any,
Room up front, yeah, it's kind of...
Unless you want to lie in the...
coffin?
In the coffin.
I don't really know how to respond to that. All right, do I want to... Look, there's bricks in there. Maybe I shouldn't lie in the coffin.
Maybe you shouldn't, actually, because those are the bricks that we're going to be laying.
Okay.
This goes back maybe 20 years ago, being at a funeral and thinking, this isn't right, this is not doing it, this is not working. This is just churning out these old things that people can't really relate to. Whoever's standing up there talking doesn't really know the person who's died. Obviously we're not living in a post-religious age, but in this country, those things mean less to people, or a lot of people, not everybody obviously. And the idea of seeing if you can evolve other ways.
Okay, here we go now, beating the bounds. Lola, what's your name again?
The beating of the bounds is a centuries-old folk custom where a local community marks the boundaries of their settlement by walking them and hitting marker stones with willow wands. A permanent site for the People's Pyramid has yet to be found, and so, with the foundation stone at their side and with their own willow wands, the Liverpool Arts Lab plan to beat the bounds through the streets of Toxteth every year until the site is agreed. Tom Calderbank is master of ceremonies.
Now, why that's a stroke of genius is you can fit about 250 bricks on that foundation stone. So it puts off the decision about where we're going to have the pyramid, potentially for an awful long time. But the idea of our beating the bounds is that the foundation stone is looking for a home. It's looking, is this where it's going to end up? Here or here or here, anywhere along the route. But I reckon we'll be doing the beating of the bounds for at least the next 10 years.
Because we thought it was important, we've got to have a site by this time next year or whenever it was. And we realised, no, we don't. It's that part, that searching part is a good thing.
Okay, we've gathered on a kind of piece of open land beside a housing estate, and there's someone looking completely perplexed at their window over there. There are people in every conceivable kind of outfit here. Some in robes. There's definitely a bit of a, culty vibe. As well as the robes and the chanting, there's the curious recurrence of a certain number.
What number?
23.
Why 23?
Well, they just show up quite a lot,
Quite a lot.
23, the mystical number, and you have the all-seeing eye in the middle.
That is a nice hat.
Yeah.
23, obviously.
Why 23? I'm kind of getting tired of asking this myself, I believe.
And that will be a pyramid which is 23 feet high.
23 feet high?
Yes, yeah.
Why 23?
Well, there's the number 23 is figured quite heavily in the what's it called? The
Principia Discordia?
Yeah, that's the one.
Discordianism. A joke disguised as a religion, or a religion disguised as a joke. Seriously, just Google it, but maybe not too much.
All of that stops it from being the People's Pyramid. All of that alienates people. And that is what I can find uncomfortable. Because it says we're these people over here. But the thing is, they're people as well. You know, these people that are with their 23s and they're all that, somehow in life they've been drawn to that thing. But I know one of the major failures, or would be one of the major failures of what we're doing, if it didn't actually engage the community that is Toxteth.
So the Memorial Garden actually honours our volunteers who have passed away.
We've processed to a commemorative playground and garden, one of many stop-offs we make to celebrate the great spirits of Eliot, that being the postcode for this part of Liverpool. Elsewhere we hear about Alan Williams, the first manager of the Beatles.
Alan had an incredible life, and eventually dementia took him in a nursing home just there on Warwick Street.
A really touching tribute is paid to Julie Christian, murdered at the age of 26 in nearby Taylor Street.
In life, she was silver bright, and she died in water and fire.
And many other great spirits of Eliot besides.
He was a famous evolutionary biologist. He was a father of restoration ecology.
Let everyone, you know, someday will die.
Now, Sophie was one of the youngest members to get mummification. She was an early adopter, weren't you, Soph? How old are you? 9. Now, do you want to just tell the people why you bought a brick?
Well, my dad just took me to the first parade. I didn't know what was going on, but I learned a bit more about it, and I bought a brick, and I think that Toxteth is very special, and it deserves its own pyramid. It doesn't have to be all about the Egyptians, does it?
Is that healthy for a kid to be ruminating on what's going to happen and, you know, death?
I don't think it's unhealthy. I think it is, yeah. Pretending to kids these things don't happen. You know?
We're beckoning Gimpo through the power of song. Gimpo being the former KLF Jams roadie, charged with dragging the foundation stone through the streets of Toxteth.
What's happening, Gimpo?
Oh, they're all touching the foundation stone.
With one brick on it so far?
Yeah, Simon.
Okay, and you've got it on a kind of, what would you call this, a heavy-duty trolley?
It's a pyramid mover.
A pyramid mover?
Yeah.
And so your job is to move
find
it?
the pyramid, yeah. Till we got a place to put it. Lovely, thank you. Oh, we've got to go.
You've got to get on with carting this thing around.
Are we going to the front?
The key is to just keep going and carry on and see what happens.
This guy's come from Somerset and didn't ask why.
That seems to be the operating principle behind everything.
And so is that what's brought you here today?
Yes, certainly, yeah. Since I started doing that sort of thing and just going for it and seeing what happened and not asking why, amazing things have happened like this.
Have you signed on the dotted line for mummification?
Not yet, but I'm going to, probably this weekend, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that? Oh no, I can't ask that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it happens, doesn't it? I don't know. I think it's I've lost a few people over the last few years, and I think the idea of memorialising your loved ones in a kind of slightly crazy, offbeat way, but that's also serious because it's part of the revival of a community. So the attempt to kind of get people to Liverpool to see what's happening, and also a community that's been much beset by problems and deprivation, you know, so focusing on Toxteth for me is really interesting and important.
Oh, I've got to polish this.
You could polish it. Yeah.
I'm a turd polisher. Hold on.
Oh, that's good.
Where's my bag? Better get that. Oh.
I have no idea where the coconuts have come from. Something to do with drawing a shovel from a wheelie bin on Merlin Street.
Damn it!
Right, I'll do it.
The locals aren't sure either.
What's this?
It's Toxteth Day of the Dead.
Dead, right, okay. I mean, I've lived here all my life, never seen...
You live at number 23 here,
I
do
do,
you?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are we here?
Who am I? I'm the great god Cthulhu, obviously.
Does that explain the tentacles?
Yeah.
I have some unusual conversations.
But you never know when you're in the middle of life because you don't know where you're going to die, do you?
I thought you controlled all time.
I do. I know when you're going to die. That's in your time file. But I'm not allowed to tell you your future. You just got to enjoy the ride.
Nothing's gonna change my world.
My name is Changeal.
Changeal?
Angel of Change. Making sure the transition from the world we used to live in into a brand new world full of hope and inspiration and art and creativity.
We play a game of football on a patch of wasteland,
Oh, I'm gonna go in goal, aren't I?
as well as loads of other funny, brilliant, mad, positive stuff.
Okay, right. So listen. Okay, gang. Finale business now. Okay. This is why we're here. In a way, everything we've done is just been preparing us for this. So can I ask everybody, right, to do the rest of the walk in silence? Okay. We're going to come out of those gates just over there. Okay.
We process across the River Styx, otherwise known as Upper Parliament Street, past the lone saxophone player of Moo, down the Tunnel of Death, and into the cemetery of Liverpool Anglican Cathedral, where the ice cream van awaits us among the gravestones. Now, maybe it's just me, but there's a certain amount of cognitive dissonance which can occur when you witness two guys with plastic horns strapped to their heads giving out human remains interred into bricks from the back of an ice cream van.
We have waked the bricks. We have beaten the bounds and dragged the stone. It is time to mumify.
We do this because we love, and because we die, and because we don't forget. We pledge to gather here each year and build this pyramid of people together.
The 8 bricks of Moo being added to the People's Pyramid this year are brought forward to a makeshift altar. Daisy, the bricklayer, carefully cements each one into place on the foundation stone.
Brian Wilk, Steve-O Pilcher, Kushal Gupta, Alex Johnson, Andrew Hardman, Donald Joyce, Mikhail Uchenik, Jonathan Webber, Simon Corty have been mumified.
We got most of the stuff done. You know, people came, it didn't rain, things happened. It was quite powerful.
And it was like no funeral memorial service I have ever attended, as the ice cream van looked over this assembled crowd who sang Que Sera.
Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
But also I found it slightly shocking because it was so different to anything I'd experienced. For me, maybe I come from a religiously conservative, maybe I'm frightened of dying.
It's done, and it's going to take a while for me to process. I catch up with undertakers to the underworld, Claire and Rupert Callender.
So what have I just witnessed?
You have just witnessed a completely new, made-up ritual of remembrance. You've witnessed the seed of a new death ritual.
We're not suggesting that this is for everyone. It's just another way of focusing our attention on the fact that we die. And we love each other, and loss is an incredibly hard thing to deal with, but it's in the very fabric of our lives. And this is just a way of bringing attention to that, and a way of bringing attention to community. It's an impoverished city. This is one of the poorest places in the...
Dogs will be banned next year, that's for sure.
Dogs will be banned next year. This has really serious areas of social deprivation, but there is an emotional resilience here which is just incredible to come and be a part of it. And that's why they've taken the idea of it, the Liverpool Arts Lab, and they're just going to run with it.
But also occupational hazard. When Bill gets here with the van...
Jimmy Cawdy is behind the wheel of the ice cream van.
Still got to do a lot of logistical things now, with vans and lorries and
gongs and coffins.
At the end of a day loaded with symbolism, it seems fitting when Jimmy discovers the battery of the ice cream van is dead.
Okay, we're gonna bump start it. Everyone's gonna push.
All right,
You've got to live life like every day is your last day. Don't put things off. It doesn't matter if you die at 26 or 96. It's what you do with those years you get. That's a major thing for me personally.
I think that's an ending. It's maybe not the ending, but it's an ending.